such a beautiful day. The royal messenger sent us a message.
Let's see. The king is giving a royal ball for the prince tonight. Every girl in the kingdom is invited.
May I go? But the letter says every girl is invited to the ball.
So it does. You may only go if you finish all of your work and then if you find something nice to wear.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, this was my mother's dress. Isn't it lovely? I just needed some decorations. A thin mouse named Jack thought Cinderella would be the prettiest girl at the ball, and a fat mouse named Gus agreed. Cinderella took out her sewing basket and need a sash and some beads, she said. Just then her stepmother shouted. Cinderella hurried downstairs. Cinderella washed the floors her stepmother ordered, but it was I washed them yesterday, Cinderella said. Well, wash them again, snapped the crow woman, and dust the drops and clean the windows and finish the sewing. The mice felt sorry for Cinderella. Cinderella do this, Cinderella do that, Jack said. Cinderella would never have time to fix her dress. Then her stepmother won't have to let her go to the ball. Poor Cinderella, Gus agreed. One of the mice had an idea. Why don't we fix the dress for Cinderella? We can do that. All the animals agreed to help. Gus and Jack sneaked into the stepsisters' room. Gisela and Astalias were getting ready for the ball. The sash is too old, Astalia said. These bees are horrible, Gisela said. They threw their things away. Gus and Jack took the sash and beads. Pretty, pretty, Gus exclaimed. Shh! Jack hissed. He was afraid they wake Lucifer up, the cat. But the mice made it safely back into the attic. Soon every beak and paw was busy. The animals measured and cut and sewed. They worked while they worked. Cinderella helped the stepsisters with their grows. Soon it would be time to leave for the ball. Why, Cinderella? Her stepmother sneered. You're not ready? What a shame. Cinderella slowly climbed the stairs to her room. Oh, well, what a royal ball, she said. It would probably be dull and boring, and Cinderella sighed. Completely wonderful, but her dress wasn't finished. She couldn't go. Cinderella opened the door to her room. Surprise, shouted the mice and birds. Cinderella thought she was dreaming. Her dress was beautiful. Oh, thank you. Cinderella ran into the garden. She tried to remember her sweet dreams, but she didn't think they would ever come true. Her animals' friends had never seen her so sad. There was nothing left to believe in, nothing Cinderella saw. She didn't notice the lights that twinkled and danced around her. But Jack and Gus did. They could hardly believe their eyes. They could turn into a kind-looking woman. The woman patted Cinderella's head. She said, "You must believe in something or you couldn't be here. And here I am, so dry your tears. Now I put my wand," the woman Cinderella, fairy godmother, every she needed to help Cinderella was right in the garden. The fairy godmother waved her wand, bibbidi bobbidi boo. 4 mice became 4 white horses, bibbidi bobbidi boo. A pumpkin turned into a beautiful carriage. A horse became the coachman, and a dog became a footman. The fairy godmother was very pleased. "Hope in, my dear. We cannot waste time," she urged. Don't you think my dress," Cinderella began. "Good heavens, child, you go like that," said fairy godmother, bibbidi bobbidi boo. Suddenly, Cinderella was wearing a gown on her dreams, and on her own feet were glass slippers. And fairy godmother liked all dreams. "My magic must end at midnight. The spell will be broken." Cinderella promised to be home before midnight. Off she rode to the ball. The ball had already begun. The king was not very happy. He wanted his son to be married. The prince had danced with all the girls in the ball, but he had not fallen in love with any of them. The first sight only happened in fairy tales, and Duck told the king. At the moment Cinderella made her entrance, the prince starred in a wonderful. Here was the girl of her dreams. The prince asked Cinderella to dance. Everyone wondered about the beautiful girl. "We don't know her," Griselda asked. "The prince seems to," Estalia said jealously. "There's something fairy about her," the stepmother said. When the dance ended, Cinderella and the prince walked in the garden. They were falling in love. Suddenly, the clock began to strike midnight. "I must go," cried Cinderella. "Wait," called the prince. But Cinderella couldn't wait. She fled and lost one of her glass slippers. The prince showed the glass slipper to the Duke. "Find the girl whose foot fits this slipper. I will marry her," the prince said. Meanwhile, Cinderella's dress had become rags again. The coach was now a pumpkin. The horse had become a mice again. And the coachman had become a footman and had turned back into horse and a dog. All Cinderella had left was a glass slipper. The Duke searched the entire kingdom for the girls whose foot fit in the slipper. Soon everyone knew that the prince would marry that girl. When Cinderella heard this, she got a dreamy look in her eyes. The stepmother saw a dreamy look. she didn't want Cinderella to marry the prince. So she locked Cinderella in her room. The stepmother put the key in her pocket and left. Gus and Jack saw everything. "We've got to get the key." Jack cried. Gus agreed. Two of the brave mice managed to get the key from the stepmother's pocket. They struggled to get a big, heavy key up then tall stairs. Jack and Juan hurried to Duke and just arrived. The footman carried the glass slipper. Estella tried the slipper. Her foot was too big. Gisela tried next. "Are there any other ladies in the house?" asked Duke. "There is no one else," the stepmother answered. The Duke was about to leave when Cinderella came down the stairs. Jack and Gus and freed her. "May I try on the slipper?" she asked. But the cruel stepmother tripped over the footman. Then footman fell and the slipper was broke. Luckily, Cinderella had the other glass slipper. Of course, it fit perfectly.
It's okay. I have a
Cinderella and the prince were so married. It was Cinderella's dream come true. Jack and Gus were surprised because they always knew if it kept on believing. That's just dreams do. Wait, what? That's what dreams do. And don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, and turn on the notifications so you won't miss any videos. Love y'all. Peace out. Booyah!